Well, thank you so much for coming over.
Thank you for having me.
I guess you were in Kaduna for the PDP presidential.
I just drove straight from Kaduna to this place now.
So you went by road?
I went by road.
That's well. The trains are not running yet, so we're constrained. How was that event? How will you describe its success or failure, especially with reports of suspected talks trying to break up the rally at the earlier stages?
You know, the only thing people saw was the rally itself. That was yesterday. On Sunday and Saturday, we had a lot of consultations. Atiku Abubakar had no less than 10 meetings on Sunday. 10.
Overnight meetings, or?
From morning till evening, more than 10 consultations. The only time he took time off was when he needed to go and pray. So the reception was fantastic. So fantastic. And I don't see any reason why we're not going to sweep, not just Kaduna, the entire Northwest. Because who in the Northwest was there?
Name them.
In Kaduna alone, we have 3 former governors of Kaduna State. And one was a former vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We have the former governor of Jigawa, former governor of Katsina, former governor of Kano, the current governor of Sokoto State.
More former than present.
Well, yeah, because we are not, we don't have governors in some of those states. But where we have, and we don't have anybody that is going to challenge us as, despite the Buhari influence in Kaduna, we had over 800 and something thousand votes in 2019. I'm sure this time around we are not going to get less than 2.5 million. So we are good to go.
Even with P2B's popularity in Southern Kaduna?
Well, I wouldn't know what you talk about popularity, because in all the consultations we had on Sunday, even the last was the artist. The artist, I think they have an artist association. I was surprised. Kaduna is so organized, several meeting places, dialogue centers, and all that. And even the musicians that we are singing, in their view, in fact, I spoke with one of them. I said, "What, you were only making reference to APC when you are singing for PDP? Is APC not? Say he doesn't know any other one."
He doesn't know of NMPP and Labour Party?
He doesn't.
Now, before that rally on Monday, your candidate met with the Arewa Joint Committee, and he made a statement that has been controversial. How would you react to that?
Well, we can't continue to react to people who are obviously... One thing I have discovered, and it has been consistent, that in every outing of the PDP, the opposition will look for something that they will trend. You know, because of the social media, you determine what you trend. Once you have 10, 20 people and tell them, push this inside, let this be the narrative. What did Atiku Abubakar say? Abubakar started saying, I have traveled all parts of the country. I have built bridges all parts of the country. We do not need a president from a Yoruba president or Igbo president. What people are now saying, why didn't he add Hausa? You see, this arrogance. We have over 400 tribes in Nigeria.
Hausa is one of the major tribes.
Unless you are daft, you will understand what... the Interpretation Act even says, you see what the flow. So how could he say, I have built bridges across the Federation, I have visited all parts of the country, and now say, vote me because I'm Hausa? How can he say that? If people who, just like, there is another thing that is trending, where P2B said, church, take back your country. As far as I'm concerned, you are trying to remove the context. Do you understand me? So if people are running, I don't run with that. Even if I want Atiku to win, I don't run with that. So there are so many things you just ignore on the social media. Atiku Abubakar, they didn't hear other things he said. They didn't hear about the roles he mentioned, the challenges in the northern Nigeria that he's going to solve, the security he's going to tackle, and they are talking about why didn't he add a Hausa? So why didn't he add a job? Why didn't he add a fake? You see, we can't continue to waste our time on people who are obviously being mischievous. That is the truth. Because if you want to read somebody's sentence, you will start from the beginning, how he started. I have visited all the parts. He called himself in that sentence. He called himself a pan-Nigerian. How do you mix it with the interpretation they are giving? I spoke with one of the guys promoting one of the candidates. He said it's politics. I said there should be limit to things you do in the name of politics. Just like me, as I said, playing up, Peter said, church, take back your country. How do you, a Muslim, if I play that up, what interpretation would an average Muslim give that? So let's forget about it. Look at the issues.
Can we forget about it? Because, ethnicity plays a major role, sometimes divisive. And based on the peace accord and provisions of the Electoral Act, that ethnic, religious issue should be kept out.
That was exactly what Atiku was talking about. That was exactly, Atiku said, I am a pan-Nigerian. That's exactly what he's talking about. Unless somebody else is giving, you see, as far as I'm concerned, as a PDP member, and I'm from the Southeast, what are the issues that bother me? You remove the one that is on the immediate as at today. The release of Nnamdi Kanu, so that our people will go to school on Mondays. Our school, we haven't sit at home. Our boys who are in the forest will come out and all that. That is in the immediate. But beyond that, what does an average Igbo man need as for 2023? One, we do business. We do business. We are having challenges in Lagos. Decongest Lagos by making the ports in the south functional. Dredge River Niger. And you don't have to do that. This government doesn't have to do that. What do you have to do? We need to I don't want to use the word restructure, but we need to reorganize the country. And for you to do that, you need to amend the exclusive list of the Constitution. For you to amend the exclusive list of the Constitution, you need to have reasonable majority in the National Assembly to do that. It's the National Assembly. The president of the country is not like somebody, for instance, if you are in your state and you are not able to manage the House of Assembly, they could remove you today, tomorrow the court will bring you back and the state will still be at peace. It can't happen at the center. For you to be able to, for power, we need to remove it from the exclusive list. Look at what geometric, what they are doing in Aba.
So what you're saying is that you need majority in the parliament if a president to see this through.
I need a president who has it as one of his major program to restructure Nigeria. And the only way, I believe that the only way he could do it, and the easiest way for him to do that, he should have majority in the National Assembly to be able to do that. Because the majority of the problem we have as Igbo is about the structure of this country. And for you to do that, for you to tamper with the structure of the country, you have to amend the Constitution. You are talking about state security.
Do you need a majority in the party or a majority of the consensus of parliamentarians? Because, when it comes to the issue of constitutional amendment, lawmakers vote based on regional sentiments. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Who is going to drive it? A lot of people, who are the people that are expected to make concessions? Who will they trust more? I don't want to start mentioning tribes, regions, and who do you expect that should oppose the restructuring? Who would they trust more among the three major candidates for that to happen? Among the three major candidates, which parties do you think would be easier to push that program in the National Assembly? That is the issue. I want a situation where the Southeast will be secured, the entire nation will be secured. I want a situation where...
Okay, sorry, we'll go for a break now. When we come back, he'll continue from where he stopped.
Did you know that AIT's social media handles have all changed? If you are one of the millions of our followers on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, this is introducing to you AIT's new official and rebranded social media handles. Like or follow us now on our Facebook page, Official AIT Live. If you're on Twitter, switch to our new handle at Official AIT Live and activate the notification button to get breaking news and updates on the go. For exclusive short videos and photo news, follow our Instagram account at Official AIT Live. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Official AIT Live, and enjoy live streaming of news and your favorite programs, where you can also watch our broadcast materials at your own convenience. Note that Official AIT Live is the only authentic social media profile name with all the handles on our website ait.live, with a notification prompt to accept and receive breaking news and updates on the go. Log on to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube platforms on your smartphone, tablet device, laptop, and desktop to follow us now. AIT.live. On air, online, online.
So much for staying with us. Bar.Ohaegbu, a lawyer and a member of the PDP, has been with us. Before we went on the break, he was trying to drive home the point and opportunity to exhaust it now.
Okay. The point I was trying to drive is that as somebody from the Southeast, I want a situation where the organizer will be pledged. The federal government should remove ports from the exclusive list so that individuals can invest. I want a situation where the Warri ports and all these other ports in the Southeast will be functional, in the South will be functional, and I want a situation where we can have state security, state police, so that we can secure our borders. People who want to generate power can generate power and agree. For instance, what is happening in Aba, the geometrics, the Southeast, even the businessmen in Nnewi. When I was growing up as a secondary school student in Okong Memorial Grammar School, Nnewi, we used to have visit our friends. Their parents had factories in their homes where they produce oils and all that. Because of power, they can't do that anymore.
Not
and
anymore.
they can't even buy this. So I want to...
Who do you think can see through all this?
Of course, it's only Atiku Abubakar that has...
Some say, yes, I think one of the APC spokespersons said Atiku Abubakar lacks executive experience, that he functions as a vice president. The others, Musa Kwankwaso, Peter Obi, Tinubu, were governors. They had executive powers.
Are they not showing their ignorance? Somebody who has been the vice president, he has institutional memory. At some point, he has even acted as president when Obasanjo wasn't around. He headed the economic team, and they are saying he doesn't have a presidential experience. I mean, I don't know. Even somebody who has been a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is more experienced to be president than somebody who has been a governor. It's not easy to have, if somebody who has been a federal commissioner served in the federal board that is active, understands Nigeria.
So some say whatever a vice president does must be signed off by the president.
But that does not mean that he doesn't do anything. There are two different things. That the president has to sign it off does not mean that the vice president doesn't do anything. We were all here. Atiku Abubakar was the most powerful vice president. So what are we not talking about? You see, when people talk about that, as they say, it's politics. How can somebody even say somebody who, just like you saying that somebody who has been a local government chairman will be more experienced to run the state than somebody who has served 8 years as the deputy governor? How can you say that? It's not everything that you respond to be honest with you. How can somebody even suggest that? This is somebody who he sat in all the Federal Executive Council. What are they discussing? It's not Nigeria.
You are from the Southeast. If at the same state from Peter, you think he can't, if he wins, get all this you have enumerated done?
Number one, the winnability. I don't see him winning the elections. Winnability. You see, for you, our constitution is so structured in such a way that you cannot even win with one zone. You can't. It's not possible. Even if all the registered voters in the Southeast vote for him, he will still not be president. Buhari tried this several times before he had strategic partnership with Southwest. Which partnership do we have?
He's vice presidential candidate from the North.
I said I was in Kaduna. People in Kaduna did not know that even Datti was running for vice presidential election.
And this same ticket has won 4 of the polls we have seen recently.
Where was it conducted? I thought you would have made reference to Oshun that is verifiable. We had an election in Oshun.
No, that's the
governorship.
Governorship. I'm talking about presidential election polls.
Has the presidential election been conducted?
3-4 different
online
polls
online
conducted, gave it to
please, can we be more serious? How can you be talking about polls? Conducted by who? Who did they? Were you asked? Were you contacted? Was I contacted? The presumption in the poll is that Anambra, the entire Anambra will vote for Labour. Is that true? I'm not voting for Labour.
I thought it's a nationwide.
But the nation from state to state. How can you? you see, let's forget about that. Atiku Abubakar has the contact, has the structure, he has the experience. PDP has the structure to deliver. And at the end of the day, for instance, the other day I was discussing with people, they said the crowd we had there were mobilized. Let me tell you, any crowd that is mobilized to attend the rally can equally be mobilized to vote. Of course, what he's doing is good.
So you think mobilization is part of it?
Of course, PDP has structures. For instance, Labour does not have gubernatorial, senatorial and House of Reps candidates in so many states, almost all the states in the north. So how are they going to, are they going to win? I don't understand how they will win.
No, but they have a candidate.
I know they have a candidate. A candidate, presidential candidate. Yes, you see, don't push me into getting into things I don't want to get into. But be rest assured that Atiku Abubakar is going to win the election, and it's in the best interest of Igbo to support Atiku Abubakar. And he's the only candidate who speaks to the issues that are concerning Igbo. We need restructuring. He has even put restructuring. You are from the southeast. Put restructuring and presidential position for an average Igbo man to restructure this country is better first. And we have been assured that the person who is going to restructure Nigeria that is going to hand over to the southeast.
Some people didn't quite like that statement he made in Enugu that he says he's the surest way track to Igbo presidency after his tenure. Some say Igbo presidency should not be determined by one person.
Well, okay, let me give you a background. PDP after the 2019 election had a committee. The committee sat. I know we are running out of time. The committee sat, and the report was that the next president of PDP from PDP should come from either the northeast or the southeast that have not produced. So the implication is if this zone takes, the next will be the next zone.
That was when?
After the Bar.Ohaegbu report.
Okay, but the party went beyond that recommendation to throw the ticket open.
No.
So what we have expected the party to say was that southeast, northeast only for contest and zone, because it has zoning in zone.
The people who are not comfortable, with northeast and southeast being on the list. As a matter of fact, some people will never forgive Atiku because he has continued to say that he will hand over to the southeast. I watched on television the other day when somebody was trying to expand the southeast by including some states from the south, and I laughed over it. Some of the people that are attacking him could be attacking him because of the concessions he is making to the southeast. And our brothers who are down there may not understand the intrigues. That is the problem. You may not, when they were saying power should go to the south, Even I was a privileged member of TICOM. The TICOM chairman said...
The TICOM is?
TICOM, Technical Committee of the Atiku Abubakar Committee, headed by the High Chief Dr.
Okay.
And he said, when you mean south, where in the south is? Where in the south?
So there shouldn't be ethnic group, it should be geopolitical.
The position was, make it public that power will go to the southeast, every other person will concede. And they refused, the same people refused.
Atiku Abubakar even made that Facebook post.
Yes.
That if it was zoned to the southeast, he was going to rest his ambition.
And some people are not happy with him because they know that not just that he's going to be the president, that he will still not hand over to them, that he will hand over to them.
So who were those that were against zoning to the southeast?
Those people who are still opposing the northeast ticket.
Who are they? I don't know.
You are here. You are here.
You don't want to mention names?
No, I wouldn't want to start mentioning names because I don't want to get into this challenge of weak Atiku. I don't want to get into.
So it's linked to that.
Of course, it's linked to that. In fact, he removed that from the table now. Let Atiku Abubakar come out tomorrow to say, "I will hand over to the south, not southeast." Irrespective of the person who wins from the southeast, you'll be surprised at what will happen. Those who have people, my brothers and sisters from the southeast, do not understand the sacrifices, the attacks Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is getting because of his sympathetic position to the southeast.
Okay, you think this election is for him to take Atiku Abubakar?
Of course. Of course. I don't see anybody challenging him in the north. I just decided on my own to go to north. I just decided on my own.
You think he's not strong?
I didn't hear it in Kaduna. I'm hearing it from you now. I created time. I was not part of the campaign team that went to Kaduna. I decided on my own to understand the person I'm supporting. What is his people saying? What are they saying?
Okay.
And I went to Kaduna, and I'm impressed with what I saw, and I'm sure I'll take Abubakar will be the next
Let's see how it pans out. Bar.Ohaegbu, a lawyer, is a PDP member. He was also a commissioner with the Public Complaints Commission. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you also for being part of it. Have a great time. My name is Amichana.